much better mic, so I hope there's less static or no static. But I wanted to quickly show you guys that the head and shoulders for BTC or Bitcoin has finally triggered. So if it closes the day here by 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, um, that would be around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when the new candle opens for BTC. So if it closes the day like this, then this head and shoulders triggered, meaning it could go all the way down to 95,000. Not a straight line, but you would have support along the way. So, but the thing is, I would not, these support levels right here would not be reliable because they've been hit multiple times already. So this one right here at 105, this seems like it's been hit numerous times, so that would not be reliable. Maybe down here at 100 or 101 would be a little bit more reliable, but that also has been hit. Like this would be the fourth hit if it gets down there. But you have one right here at 98. So 98,000 also coincides with this pivot high, pivot low right there. That would be a good level to pay attention to in the coming days. Also another thing, the Magnificent Sevens are starting to get some pressure here. So as you guys could see, this is Nvidia. After last Friday, we had a gap up, but then a gap down the day after that. So the gap down right here, and then now we're still kind of stuck by these two big red candles right here, and then we're actually kind of triggering this this neckline right here. So this is kind of like, this is the right shoulder. You could say this is like a head, and this is like a head and shoulders, definitely starting to look like that, with also bear flag going on here. So the measured move target would be around 170 for Nvidia. So you guys could we could monitor this in the coming days. So watch this level carefully. But if we also extend the lines all the way here, as you guys could see, this hit it once here, second time here, third, fourth would be the fifth, and this would be the sixth. So this is actually not a good level. Maybe it'll get a small bounce before breaking lower. So that means we have to look for the next level when this level gets tagged in the coming days. There's only one more day left for this week's so yeah, we're already kind of like, I'm already kind of like outlining the levels to watch. So this was previous all-time high before the the sell-off that occurred, that started here the beginning of the year, which ended around April 7 of this year, and then we've just been on a grind up since then. Okay, so what else? So the VIX now is spiking, but so maybe it'll go as high as 25.25. This doesn't stop here. So I did get a put option for VIX, VXX, in case it does start to kind of pull back from where it's currently at. Otherwise, I might add into that position going into next week. So I already have, yeah, I'm already pretty positioned for next week. And the big short for this week would be the gold, silver. Just look at these guys. Like I've figured out a measure move target. So by pretty much taking the low from October 4, 2023, dragging it up here to this pivot high here, and then taking that same measurement and kind of putting it where it started this bull run or mini bull run here for silver. And this is where we are right now. So I'm not saying that it's guaranteed it will start to pull back here, but it also coincides with the other factors also coincides with previous high from 1979. We are just slightly higher, technically speaking, and this is not yet a confirmed breakout. A confirmed breakout would be a follow-up move next week, I would say. If it pushes higher next week, then that would be a confirmed breakout. Today it's already like pulling back from this level. It did pierce it, So we'll see. We'll have to monitor that closely, and I may have to reevaluate my stance on that. Same thing with gold. Gold here. If we take a look here, so gold. So how I got this measure move target is pretty much taking the taking this area here. Hold on a sec. Pretty much. So go ahead and do a measured move here, finding a measured move from let's say here up here, and then if we take that and move it here, and like where the bull run started, so like right here, and that's what we get. So 78% move since April 2024, and that's kind of like where we at right now. I think gold might be slightly higher. I think I almost went up to 4,300. Yeah, 42.98. That's the high of the day. And then what else we got here? So let's see. I think this makes more sense if we take this here, low here, and move it all the way up here, and then take that and move it here, and there you go. It's pretty much replicate the move it's had from 2015 till 2020, and then this area here is the breakout point that led us to where we are now. So pretty much along the way, there's barely been any pullbacks, and just look at the RSI. It's so overbought. I don't know if it's ever been this overbought. Actually it has, but that was when gold was much cheaper. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. So let me just remove some of these guys. But yeah, pretty much we could be expecting between 36% and between 20 to 36%. Maybe worst case scenario, it could get up 48%. Basically a retrace back to where it was when I bought gold. That would be worst case scenario. You do have your first level here around 3,500, followed by around 2810. So I would be a buyer of gold there if it ever gets down there again. And yeah, the Magnificent Sevens are already in the red as we speak. I don't know what's going on, but US 10-year yield is also in the red. And what that could mean is people are probably going into US 10-year yield treasury. Normally when this is going up, that usually means that people aren't buying US 10-year treasury. That's why the yields are going up. But then if the yields are going down, that means people are probably putting in their money into the US 10-year yield treasury. And then we got the DXY also in the red. This is still not a confirmed breakdown, but if this confirms tomorrow, then we have to cross this out. So the inverse head and shoulder gets invalidated if this confirms tomorrow. So if it closes here today by 1 p.m. and then tomorrow, if this is not able to get back above this line, then this measured move is off the table. ES is already starting to pull back. So this pattern right here, this is definitely a bear flag. So down move, and then now it's like just chopping sideways. This is like the 4th day. Tomorrow that would be the 5th day. So what I think might happen tomorrow is either we get a gap down to this neckline of the head and shoulders, or we get a gap up to probably retesting the open of Friday's candle. So I would say we could go up to 67.79. Otherwise we are going to this line and retesting this neckline, which is, you know, the more you hit that, the weaker it gets, and the higher the probability that it's gonna go down to 3.79 pullback to these areas right here, almost like previous all-time high. So near-term downside would be previous all-time high right there. So if that breaks, then you gotta have to start looking at other levels. But right now, that's really the level to watch. Okay, and then the Nasdaq futures also down. So if you are trading the ETFs, you would be looking at QQQ. That is also down. For S&P 500, that would be SPY. That is down right now as well. DIA, if you're trading the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. Other than that, we also have this. This is the Russell 2000. So yesterday was a complete fake out. People were probably going long here thinking, oh yeah, it's a breakout, it's gonna break out. And then look at it get flushed down, basically back to below previous all-time high. Yesterday it did make a new all-time high, but now it's coming back in. So the levels to watch tomorrow would be all the way down here at 24.19. If that breaks, then this could go lower, like talk about probably around these pivot highs here. That also connects lows here, and that would be the level to watch tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but in the coming week. It's already down 2% as we speak. Let's see what's going on. So this is, yeah, the Dow Jones futures, S&P index down. This would be the neckline of the head and shoulders. It looks like it's triggering. So if this breaks, then we could be looking at a measured move target of about 2.49%. Put that here on the neckline. It could go to where the midline of this big parallel channel that it's been in since I would say since 2020. So this is a huge parallel channel right here. We could even, yeah, if it goes lower, if it goes below the midline of the channel, we could be looking at the next level would be previous all-time high. So that's a level to watch there as well. Nasdaq here, same type of deal. You got your levels right there. Already drew it out for you. Dow Jones Industrial Index, same type of deal. Got your level that connects previous all-time high, which is now which should now be support. That's how it is when confirms above resistance, and then when it retraces back to former resistance should now be support. All right, guys. So let's see here. Magnificent Seven. So Apple's look is getting pressured here. Bear flag as well. So for measure move target for Apple would be a 5.76% drop, which is kind of like right here, down here. Amazon, it's also, yep, this has been bear flagging here. So this could go down, let's see here. So from pretty much here to here, the 8% drop, 8% drop from the breakdown point is this line here, would be around here, around 200 even number. So if we draw a trend line, we can kind of find where that is. So this area here connects these areas here as well. So as long as we don't go below that, then Amazon could potentially bounce and then probably retest 211, 212 before maybe potentially trading sideways, which means it could probably go lower. What you want to see if you're a bull is we want this to go all the way up here, 222, maybe trade sideways and then go higher from there. Google, it's looking like it's putting in a topping tail. This is a bearish reversal signal from the highs. Pretty much intraday was able to go to as high as 257.58, and it's now closing at about 251.44. We have about an hour and 30 minutes before the market close, so anything could still happen, but we'll see. So Meta is getting this huge reversal, almost like a topping tail as well, and last Friday was a bearish engulfing candle. These are all reversal signals, while it's also bear flagging, which could send this 12% lower to this gap window, gap fill over here. That would be the area to watch for the next potential relief rally, if you will. And then Microsoft is also putting in almost like a reversal signal here, reversal topping tail. And this has broken down from this trend line. I think I've spoken to you guys about this numerous times, that this trend line connects the April low and then the April 21 double bottom, and then it's hit it kind of like chop sideways here and then broke down, and now it's just trading sideways, which means this could probably have more downside to go. If we do a measure move, this has been pretty much like a all this a this has been like down move and sideways consolidation, so big bear flag here on a daily channel, daily time frame. This is the breakdown point, so this is where I have that that measure move. The measure move would take us pretty much back to like previous all-time high here from July 2024. So that would be first level right there, followed by maybe this pivot low here. So that's the area to watch. 464 would be a buy for Microsoft if it goes down there. Nvidia right now, I think we looked at Nvidia earlier. It's already starting to break lower. So we'll see tomorrow what it does. Tesla is down. It's looking like it's breaking this minor support here. If we also find the measure move target for Tesla, we could definitely do that. Basically taking a measurement from the high to the low, and then just putting that here at the neckline, and then this is what we get. So around 375 would be your level to buy in the next day or next week for Tesla. Gold still above these lines, so see where that goes. If it gets rejected by tomorrow, too many people piling into these precious metals right now. Bitcoin, I don't think I'll buy Bitcoin here. I would wait until I could get a better reading. But yeah, right now probability starting to shift to bearish, that it would probably go down here. That's just what the chart's telling me because of the head and shoulders, and it already triggered the neckline. So if you're a bull, I mean, I'm not a bull nor a bear, but if you're just a straight up bull, what you want to see is a daily close above this neckline. And then you also want to see Bitcoin potentially going up, retesting this 115,176 or 116,000, and potentially go higher. And you want 118,500 to be taken out, and then make that support for it to potentially make new all-time high. But if the stock market is being like this, all red today, then of course Bitcoin is gonna get hit pretty badly. It is still a risk on asset. It's not yet at the risk of asset status like gold, but whether or not it's risk on or risk off, it's just a matter of time. When RSI, when it's so extended, RSI is like above 70, at some point it's gonna have to correct. Nothing goes up forever, and same thing, nothing goes down, and same thing for the downside. Like when prices are going down, nothing goes down forever. So just keep that in mind. All right then, guys, I hope this was a good market update for you. I try to do this at least once a day, maybe like today. This is kind of rare where I did twice today. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Feel free to like the video or the live stream. Feel free to subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're one of my friends on Facebook, thank you for your time. So feel free to share this to your family and friends so that they can also get informed with what's going on the charts, and make better financial decisions in investing and